Hi everyone, welcome to rachelpichleryoga. If we haven't met before, my name is Rachel, and today we're doing a nice full body flexibility practice. I am going to suggest that you have something to lay on today. That could be a pillow, a couple pillows, a block, a couple blocks. I want you to be somewhat comfortable, and we're going to be laying down for pretty much the entire class today. So find a little bit of space to move, something to lay on, and let's get started. So since we'll be laying down for most of the class, we will be starting laying down today. And if you've got something to lay on, feel free to grab it now, and you can come off of whatever you are laying on at any time throughout the class. But if you're able to bring the soles of your feet together and your knees out wide, let's make a diamond shape with our legs. And you can add your pillow or a couple blocks, maybe a block underneath the middle of your back or your shoulders and your head. And just bringing your arms out nice and wide. Let your palms face up. Feeling the love through your hips. And relaxing through your shoulders. And take a nice deep breath in and out. So allowing yourself to slow down your day. Slow down your busy mind. Scanning your body all the way from your toes to your fingertips to the crown of your head. And breathing some softness into your hips. Into your shoulders, into your jaw. And then I just want you to start to move your legs a little bit. Your toes, your feet. And you can bring your knees together slowly so that your feet are planted. So just remember that anything we do today, you have the option to stay laying on whatever you're laying on, and you have the option to take whatever you're laying on out from underneath you. So we're going to move our arms a little bit here, you guys. I'm going to stay laying on my pillow. So I want you to turn your palms to face down and move your hands towards your hips, and then maybe move your hands up a little bit towards the middle of your back and let your elbows kind of point out to the sides a little more. So you can start with your arms fairly straight, your hands by your hips maybe, palms facing down, and then maybe walk your hands a little closer up your mat towards the middle of your back, and let your elbows come further out to the sides. So our hands might move from here. They might lift up, slide under the middle of your back or maybe your low back and rest on top of your pillow, your elbows pointing out to the sides. Or you might slide your hands, palms facing down, underneath your pillow. So if you're laying on a block, you will not put your hands underneath your block. You can work around your block. But feeling those shoulders. So I feel my shoulders more when my hands are underneath my pillow than on top of my pillow. The more you slide your hands up under your back, higher up your back, the more you might feel this through your shoulders. but just there's a lot of options here. And so maybe your hands are beside your hips. Just let your palms face down wherever you are with your arms. And once you've decided where your arms are gonna be, if you wanna make the diamond shape with your legs again, you can let your knees fall back out wide. Nice job, you guys. Okay, so we're gonna move our arms again. If you wanna bring your knees back together, you can. You can bring your knees out wide again once you move your arms, or you could just keep your knees out wide. But our hands, we're gonna start to bring them up towards the top of our mat now, and our palms are gonna face up. So if you can extend your arms above your head, let your palms face up. The higher your chest is lifted, so if you're on a pillow, you might feel your shoulders a lot here. You have the option to keep your arms kind of straighter, just reaching up above your head. Maybe you're gonna place your hands under your head. Let your elbows fall out to the sides. Maybe you're gonna try to slide your hands underneath your pillow with your elbows pointing out to the sides. And you're gonna decide where your shoulders are happiest, where your arms are happiest. But our palms are facing up this time. And our arms are somewhere closer to the tops of our mat, the tops of our bodies, our heads. If you wanna make the diamond shape with your legs again, you could add that in. But I want you to feel the love through your arms and shoulders here. Getting a little weird today, doing some different things. Nice work, you guys. If you want to bring your knees back together first, you can. And then you can start to move your arms as well. Just kind of bring them back to a neutral place. Maybe your hands are on your tummy. Your arms might be out wide, but you might also want to take a couple shoulder rolls here. We're going to be sitting up in a moment when you're ready. We're going to be sitting up. So take your time. I want to get into our quads, into our hips a little bit here. So options, I'm going to keep my pillow where it is. Let's start by bending the left leg. So if you'd rather come onto your right side and stay on your right side, hugging your heel towards your glute or your hip, you can stay here. But if you're able to bring your shin down to your mat, your heel next to your hip, so you're not sitting on your foot, and have your right leg out and your pillow behind you, because you might want to sit on it or you might want to lay on it. So if you want to sit on your pillow, this might be more accessible, lifting the hips higher. If you want to lay on your pillow, you could also do that, or maybe it's a couple blocks. Feeling the hip flexor, the quad, the whole leg, the ankle, if you're lucky. You can also bend your right leg in, plant the foot, try to square the hips, even them out a little bit if you feel like you're kind of tipping over to one side. And just here for a moment before we switch sides. So you could technically stay a little longer, or you can start to come back up. Send your left leg out, bend that right leg in, maybe stay just laying on your left side the whole time, hugging your heel towards your hip. Maybe your pillow is underneath your butt, under your hips, you're sitting on it, or maybe it's under your upper body and you're laying back down. You could keep your left leg out long, you could bend it. Just notice how your right leg is feeling all the way from your toes to your hip flexor. Maybe past your hip flexor into your tummy. Awesome, where you guys slowly start to come back up, or let your right leg go out long. You can kind of bend your knees, rock it out a little bit side to side. We're going to be laying down again, and you have the option to lay flat on your back or continue to lay on your pillow. But I want your head to be resting on something. So if your pillow is short and your head is falling back, maybe moving your pillow underneath your head. If you want to bring the diamond shape back into your legs, you can do that, or you can place your legs in any comfy position. But if your arms can find your sides, we're going to be turning our chin here. So you can lift your head, turn your chin towards your left shoulder. Feeling some love through the neck. Whether you're laying flat on your back, or if you have a pillow under your head and you're like, this isn't quite working, I want to take it out from underneath my head, you can do that. And if you want just a little extra, you might take your peace fingers of your left hand, your first 2 fingers, touch them to your chin, and kind of guide your chin a little further towards the left shoulder. And once your head wants to stop moving, you can let go. Release your arm back to your side. And then slowly start to lift your chin back up. You might need to pick your head up with your hands, depending on how far you did turn your head. But rest on the back of your head for a moment, and then slowly start to turn your chin towards the right. So maybe it's more of your ear that you're laying on, or maybe it's your cheek. But turn your chin towards your right shoulder this time. Maybe take your peace fingers, guide your chin a little further. Turn your head a little more. And then just release your arm back to your sides. Soften your shoulders. Feel the love through the neck. And slowly letting your head turn back, your chin lift up, resting on the back of your head. Awesome work, you guys. So I'm gonna be moving my pillow here because we want our head to have the opportunity to fall back a little bit to create some length through the front of the neck. So if you have something that can come underneath just the shoulders, the upper back, you might need to turn your pillow or your block even. And maybe you can lay just so your head is still supported, but it's falling back a little bit. And you're creating some length through the front of your neck. And we won't stay here too long, but you might be quite comfy. Or you might be getting a really awesome neck stretch, depending on how high your shoulders are lifted. But just soften your shoulders. Find a breath. And another. And then you can start to lift your head back up slowly. Maybe grab your head with your hands. We're gonna move our pillows further up so that our chin can come towards the collarbone. We can lengthen through the back of the neck now. So you might just use your hands, interlace your hands behind your head, help your chin come towards your collarbone. Or you might rest, might be more of the top half of your head on your pillow, so that your chin is being encouraged towards your collarbone. Might be the top third or quarter of your head that is resting on your pillow. Just notice your low back. It might start to lift a little. You can tuck your tailbone under. Nice work, you guys. So, stretching the back of our neck. You can always stay here, or you can start to find your way into plow. So that will be, we will be lifting our legs, sliding anything that is from, or holding our head up, out from underneath our head. Your chest might come towards, or your knees might come towards your chest. Your low back might start to lift. And you might find your way into plow, or halfway into plow. You can hang onto your legs. Your hands could come to your low back for supports. And if you do have your hips lifted any amount, slowly start to bring them back down. Your legs and feet included. Once your feet touch down, you might add a gentle rock of your knees side to side. Give your low back a massage. You might let your knees fall all the way over to the left for a twist. Reaching your arms out wide to weigh down your shoulders. Letting an inhale, bring your legs back up. And you can twist to the other side when you're ready. Knees falling to the right. Maybe reaching your arms out wide again, weigh down your shoulders. Letting an inhale, bring your legs back up again. Out of your twist, plant your feet, maybe add a couple more rocks of the knees side to side. Just sending your legs out long, one at a time. Your feet out wide. Making your way into Shavasana. And spending as long as you have time for today in the stillness, in your final relaxation. Thank you so much for joining me today. Enjoy the rest of your day, and until next time, namaste.